The snow was melting when they found it. For years, the mountain town had lived quietly beneath long winters. Snowfall came early. It stayed late. Roads disappeared. Trails vanished. Anything left outside too long became part of the landscape. Until spring. When the thaw finally began, something dark surfaced near an abandoned hiking trail. At first, it looked like debris. It wasn't. It was a boot, and inside the boot were human remains. The town that froze in time. The town of Black Ridge sits high in the northern mountains. Population just under 900. Winters last nearly 6 months. Snowdrifts can bury vehicles. Entire cabins disappear under white. Locals say winter hides things. Most mean broken fences. No one expected it to be something worse.
The missing person. 5 years earlier, a local man named Daniel Kessler vanished. Age 41, mechanic, divorced, quiet but well-liked. He was last seen leaving a bar during a snowstorm in late December. Witnesses said he walked home alone around midnight. He never arrived. Search parties combed the woods for days. Helicopters scanned open areas. Dogs tracked his scent until the trail vanished under fresh snowfall. The case went cold by February. Literally.
The boot in the thaw. The boot was discovered by 2 teenagers hiking before trails officially reopened. It was partially embedded in melting snow near a ravine. When police arrived, they found more than just a boot. They found a body, preserved by ice. The cold had slowed decomposition, clothing intact, wallet still in jacket pocket. It was Daniel. 5 years later, less than a mile from town. Too close to be an accident. The official theory years ago had been exposure, hypothermia, a drunk man lost in a blizzard. But Daniel's body wasn't deep in the wilderness. He was close, very close. Close enough that if he had shouted, someone might have heard him. So how had search teams missed him? The position of the body. Forensic investigators noted something strange. Daniel wasn't curled up in a typical hypothermic posture. His arms were positioned awkwardly. One wrist showed faint fractures consistent with restraint. There were small linear marks near his collar. Not animal damage, something sharper, something deliberate. The night of the storm. Records showed the storm that night was severe. Winds over 40 miles per hour. Snowfall rates nearly 2 inches per hour. Visibility near 0. But one witness had claimed something unusual back then. They saw headlights near the old logging road at 1:15 a.m. Daniel didn't own a car. The truck. Reopened investigation revealed that a pickup truck belonging to another local man, Eric Halverson, had unexplained mileage that week. Eric said he drove to check on a property he owned outside town, but phone data placed his device near the logging road the same night Daniel vanished. Eric and Daniel had argued weeks before over money. The money trail. Daniel had recently withdrawn a large sum of cash. He told a friend he was settling something. Investigators now believe it may have been a debt. Eric had financial troubles at the time. Snow can bury footprints, but it doesn't erase motive. The delayed burial. Experts believe Daniel may not have died immediately. Bruising suggested he was alive when left in the snow. In extreme cold, unconsciousness can occur within minutes, death soon after. The storm would have covered everything by dawn. Tracks, tire marks, evidence. Nature became the accomplice. Why he was never found. Search teams focused on wooded areas and deeper terrain. But Daniel's body lay in a shallow depression near the ravine, hidden beneath drifted snow that hardened into ice layers. Over time, more snowfall added weight. 5 winters, 5 layers of silence, until the thaw.
The interrogation. When confronted with the phone data, Eric's story changed. First, he claimed he stayed home. Then he admitted driving that night, but alone. Then he said he might have seen Daniel walking. He denied involvement, but inconsistencies mounted. His truck tires matched with measurements found in preserved ice impressions beneath the body.
The confession without words. Eric never confessed, but a search of his property uncovered something buried in a shed. A length of nylon rope, fibers consistent with trace material found on Daniel's coat. The case moved toward prosecution. Eric maintained his innocence. He said the mountain took Daniel. But mountains don't tie knots. The trial. Prosecutors argued this wasn't a spontaneous act. It was calculated. They chose a storm. They chose isolation. They trusted the snow. The defense argued reasonable doubt. No direct eyewitness, no video, just circumstantial evidence and a body preserved by winter. The jury deliberated for 3 days. What the snow kept. Eric Halverson was convicted of second-degree murder. To this day, he claims he was framed. Some locals believe him. Others believe the truth simply waited beneath the snow. Because winter doesn't erase crimes, it postpones them. And when the thaw comes, secrets rise.